Hey guys, Joel here. Today we're going to talk about a real life story, like a case study. This is just a brief story of a lead that just contacted us, and they had a few questions and we gave them some guidance. So they wanted to know if it was a good idea for them to sell their fire damage property as is. They did hire a public adjuster, and the adjuster told them that because their policy was so great, the adjuster kept pushing them to sell. Now, this client is not a client yet. He just called in to ask for some guidance, some help. He's about 68 years old and he lives alone, and the house is about 3,500 square feet. So that being said, he said he did not want to babysit these contractors for nearly 2 years to build such a house. Now, keep in mind that in the area that he lives in, the houses sell for around $350,000, just for 3,000 square feet. 3,000 square feet, houses sell for around $350,000. Now, that's a big issue because his policy covers him up to about right now $650,000 is going to be the replacement cost. He actually had a really good policy. The adjuster told him, hey, you should rebuild. You have all the coverage and we can get more. So my advice to him and my advice to you, if you are in a similar predicament, would be to consider what your goals are. And when I say consider what your goals are, do you want to live in the house again, or would you like a fresh start? In this homeowner's perspective, he told me his goal was a fresh start. He wants to downsize. He's older. He doesn't want to go through that hassle, headache that comes with rebuilding, the city, the township, etc. His policy, the initial cash that they gave him was way more than what the properties in the area were selling for. So in that respect, I told him, you're already winning. You're already in a power position. Why continue to dispute with the insurance company, as your adjuster is suggesting, to get more money? Because here's the downside that I want all of you to consider. If you're a homeowner, you had a house fire, you hired an adjuster, the more claims and disputes that the adjuster makes on your behalf to get more money, it doesn't help you in the future. It will make the insurance carriers, when you go to renew your policy a year later, when you're settled and everything, they're going to look at you as high risk. And some carriers just won't take you on as an insurer. No one really talks about that. No one really says that. So my advice is, if you're going to hire an adjuster, just go after what your policy is entitled you as a homeowner to. Don't go far and beyond to get more money and try to squeeze them, because as you squeeze them, it'll come back and bite you, and it's not going to be worth it. So that being said, I actually told this guy to ask his adjuster if he was in his shoes and the insurance company initially settled for way more than houses sell for in the area, but it would cost him $650K to rebuild a similar home, which if he then goes and sells a year later, he can't get that money back that he put into it, right? Would it make sense to rebuild, or would it make sense to just sell as is? So we told this lead that if we were in his shoes, it makes 100% financial sense to sell as is. There are situations where it makes sense to sell. There are situations where it makes sense to rebuild. And sometimes you just need a voice. Sometimes you need someone to just talk to and kind of bounce ideas back and forth. And that's what we're here for. Joel signing out. House Fire Solutions. Contact us today. Contact us anytime if you just want to talk. We're here. Signing out.